yes to this eye. This is so scary. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for tuning in. Today we are gonna get to the nitty-gritty of the right eye versus the wrong eye. There's so many do's and don'ts of makeup. I actually don't really love rules. There are some things that I follow that I'd like to share with you guys. I know that I look insane right now. Well, from this side, it's great. This side is terrifying. I have searched and searched the internet to find out what my eye shape is. I have an almond shaped eye, but I also have a hooded eye. And then I think that I have a little bit of a downturned eye. So this is just what works for me. So if you are somebody who also has kind of no idea what your eye shape is and it's a little bit of everything. So if you guys want to learn how to do this smoky eye and avoid this one, keep on watching. Okay, so the first thing that I want to start out with is eyebrows. Eyebrows play a powerful role when you want to change the shape of your eye. They help to accentuate the eyes, they help to shape the face. So finding the perfect brow shape is crucial. So my right side is going to be the do nots and my left side is going to be the do's. I actually just got my eyebrows threaded yesterday for the first time in like a year and I feel like a changed woman. It made such a difference. Okay, so I'm going to start with the right eyebrow. Now what I want to do is I really want to accentuate the ends. I want to lift everything up. I don't want anything to be downturned. I don't want anything to look too round. So you don't want to round out your brows too much. And that would be, this brush is disgusting. That would be pulling the tail of the brow down. So when dealing with a hooded and almond eye, even a little bit of a downturned eye, you don't want to pull the brow straight down. You don't want it to meet the end of the corners. So you can already see how I've already made my eye a little bit more downturned looking. Now for the correct side, and because I don't want to round my eye out too much, I'm not going to put too much product up there. Just enough to fill in, but not to round it out. I'm just following the natural shape of the hairs. And once I get to the tail, I'm just going to pull it straight out. So you can already see the difference. This eye looks much more open. It looks wider. I'm going to have so much room to play with here. And this one just kind of curves down. It kind of shortens my eye and it really accentuates that heavy lid that I have. Okay, so the next thing that you want to focus on is you want to make sure that you have a really good primer. When you have a hooded eye, this is always going to droop. So creasing is something that's always going to happen, but if you have a good primer, you're going to avoid that. And because I want to elongate the eye, I'm bringing out the primer halfway to my temples. I'm still going to put a primer on this side just because I want the shadow to actually come out nice. I really want this, I don't want this to look like, oh, look how bad I can do my makeup on the right side. But these are just small little tricks that I've learned through many years of being a makeup artist, through getting my makeup done by other people that worked with me at the store. I have learned so much about my eye shape and what I like on it and what I don't like and how I transfer this to my clients. So for today's palette, I'm going to be using the Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour Eye. This has every single brown, light, black shade that you can possibly want because I'm just going to be doing a simple matte smoky eye. So the first thing that I'm going to be doing on my right side, the bad side, I'm going to start with a dark brown shadow. And I'm going to apply this really heavily on my lid. Now what this is doing to my lid is it's rounding it out, it's making it look very droopy. Now I'm going to take a black shadow and I'm going to apply this on top of that because, you know, we want a really smoky eye. Now I'm going to do the first step on the right eye. So instead I'm going to go for a little bit of a lighter brown and I'm just going to apply this. I'm going to start on the outsides and I'm going to go gently. I'm not going to go all the way up in here because that's what's making this look very round. And on this side I brought the dark shadow all the way down so it really downturns my eye. On this side, since it's lighter, I'm gonna go a little bit higher up into the crease. So I do really want this to be a very smoky eye, so I'm just gonna be taking the darker brown that I used on the wrong side and applying it on the right side. And when I'm getting to the inner corners, I'm just focusing really close to the lash line, and on the outer corners, I'm lifting it up. I'm not going all the way down. I don't want this to happen on this side. So I'm taking that brown, I'm going up in the center, and then just letting the leftover product kind of trickle into the rest. I'm going into the crease and a little bit higher. I mean, these are two different eyes. This one is open, I look bright, and this one is... So now with the puffy brush, I'm just gonna go in, and as you can see, I've already started to crease. I'm just gonna blend it out. Now I'm blending it out really round, bringing it in, and on this side, I'm just gonna start blending outwards towards the temple. A little bit in here, but mostly out. So on this side, you wanna just blend out because this is giving a really nice diffused look. So now I'm gonna go in with my transition color, which is gonna be the crease color. For this side, I'm gonna be using a black, and I'm gonna go all the way in my crease. I see people do this all the time because I think that the dark color needs to go in the entire crease. Now I've rounded out my eye. It looks closed, it doesn't look open at all. So on this side, I'm still gonna use the black, but the way that I'm gonna apply it is I'm actually gonna flip the brush. So it's gonna head down and apply most of the product really close to that lash line and slowly build up. And I'm even gonna do a little bit towards the center just to start to add some depth. Now I'm gonna blend these out. I'm gonna go back in with a brown and just blend this in. And on the left side, I'm gonna take the same brown color and I'm gonna start bringing this out, and I'm gonna go a little bit above my crease. Okay, so now on my left eye, I'm gonna take the same brown that I put on this eye, and I'm gonna slowly start to build it out. I'm going a little bit in here, but not too much. I'm focusing really on keeping the shadow on the outer corners of the eye, and I'm bringing it above the crease. Because you wanna remember when you have a hooded lid or a little bit more of a droopy lid, you want to make sure that when you look straight, the shadow doesn't disappear. So I wore my hair in a ponytail because I'm actually giving myself even a little bit more of a lift than I have. But if I look straight and I'm relaxed, this eye completely disappears. All you see is a very heavy lid. And on this side, I look much more open. Everything looks pulled out. It's much prettier. Don't be afraid to really bring the shadow up high. Because you have a hooded lid, the shadow up on top is actually really important. People think that they can't do shadow up there. They just have to really stick with it on the lid, and that's the complete opposite. This looks terrible on me. I used to do my makeup like this all the time. And as you can see, I'm always going with strokes, blending outwards. So the important thing to remember is don't blend in. When you're blending in, you're bringing this all down. You want to blend out. And because I want this to be the same level of smokiness, I'm gonna actually add a little bit more black here. I'm just gonna flip that brush. I'm using the same shadows, it's just the application is completely different. So I'm gonna end up cleaning the underneath up after and applying a little bit more concealer, and that's where you're really gonna see the difference. Because I didn't bring my shadow really all the way up, I kept it heavy in the crease. I'm not gonna make this unrealistic, so I'm not gonna like grab a white to make it look more terrible. I'm gonna show you realistically. I'm gonna use the same brow highlight. On this side, I'm gonna use this light kind of tan color, really heavily all underneath the brow. So what the light shadow is doing, it's actually bringing out my brow bone, which is already really pronounced. So I don't need to bring this out anymore. On this side, I'm gonna use the same color. I'm just gonna apply it at the highest point of my brow and bring it down a little bit, even kind of soften it. I just want it to accentuate my brow bone without making, okay, I'm gonna clean this up quick. When I'm cleaning it up, I'm actually cutting it to bring it up a little bit higher because that's where my liner is gonna go. I have two different faces right now. This is crazy. Okay, eyeliner. So let's do the bad eye first. What you don't want to do is give yourself a thick liner. Because my eye is heavy, a thick liner is just going to make this recede even more.
Now if I follow the natural shape of my eye, the liner would swoop down and therefore make my eye even more downturned.
It's almost really hard for me to do a bad liner because I've gotten so used to my own eye shape. But, so a thick all over line is not going to be your friend in this situation. So now look what happens. Since I had added so much product to my end corner, the cat eye is doing nothing for me. Now on this side, instead of starting out on the inner corner, I'm actually gonna start out on the outside and I'm gonna follow where I had already placed my shadow. So I'm actually gonna lift up, and you can see the difference of this is. So if you start on the inside and go out, you're already kind of setting yourself up for failure because you're swooping down. On here, you're actually swooping out, and this is what determines the shape of your liner. And so now you wanna look to see where your fold is. So my fold is right at the tip. So I'm just gonna go where the fold is, and I'm just gonna start bringing this in. And then I'm gonna skip the fold. So what this does is now I'm looking straight forward, this eye is lifted, I'm not getting the fold, so I'm not gonna have any problems with it transferring to my lid. And now I'm gonna slowly start bringing the liner inside, placing it this way. I'm actually just tapping it because this is a great liquid liner. That's another thing. You wanna make sure that you have a really good liquid liner when you're doing this, something that has a lot of product to it. It's gonna work by you pressing it into the lid. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit of mascara. I wasn't gonna do lashes with this, but I actually think I wanna show you the difference in lashes. All right, I'm gonna use really dramatic lashes because I want you to see the difference. Okay, we're gonna get to why this is wrong, but let me apply this side first. So I'm gonna be using the exact same lashes, and I'm going to just cut them in half and apply this to the outer corners. And this doesn't mean that I don't like lashes that are big on the inside. I actually love that. It just depends on the look that I'm doing. But for this one, I really want to focus on an all over matte brown, black, smoky eye, something that every single one of my clients always tells me, I love that, but if I did it, I would look like I got punched in the face. Yeah. It does look like I got punched in the face. I look like Petey from the Little Rascals. But on this side, gorgeous, lifted. And I'm just gonna pop them right on the ends, give them a little squeeze. Okay, so liner. A lot of people would say to just do a white liner on the inside and then slowly kind of build it out on the outer corners. Sometimes you wanna do black on the inner waterline and you want it to be really dramatic. So I'm actually gonna do black on the inner waterline and show you the difference of how to do it properly.
I'm just applying the black really heavily all over the waterline and going all the way into the inner corners.
And to be honest, I think this is really where things go wrong.
By taking that black shadow all along the lash line really heavily and bringing it into the inner corners is actually really rounding out the eye and bringing it down.
I'm trying to make this look good. So I'm gonna take a brown and just kind of soften it. But again, doing really heavy underneath the bottom lashes. And I'm gonna connect it, because why not? Now I'm gonna do the black on this side, and I'm gonna go in the waterline, but I'm not gonna go all the way in. I'm gonna go kind of just right to my pupils. So now this is giving me the same effect. It still looks really smoky, it really looks sultry, but instead of going all the way underneath with the black, I'm actually just gonna take a smaller brush and I'm gonna focus on the outer corners and kind of meet that liner.
Next, with the puffy brush, I'm going to dip into a brown shadow and start to shade underneath my bottom lashes.
I'm going to smoke this out a little bit more. I'm going to go in with a little bit of a darker brown. Focus on the ends. All right, I'm going to do some bottom mascara. So continuing with lifting the face, I'm actually just gonna add some more bronzer. I'm gonna apply it to the highs of my cheeks, and this side, I'm gonna go. Okay, so I went ahead and changed my lip. Now you guys can see the full picture. So on this side, we've really rounded out my eye. I'm accentuating the fact that my eyes are downturned. My lash is not helping me by any means. We've brought out my brow bone, and I have way too much shadow underneath my eye. On this side, it's the exact same products. We've just tweaked them a little bit. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this and you learned something. And if you have any questions, please leave them down in the comment section below. I'm gonna link everything that I used. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so every time I post a video, you guys get an alert. Thanks guys, see you in the next one.